All right. So it's all masked. Tomorrow is going to be the day. Tomorrow it all gets painted. But I got it all masked. I have it back taped around everything and then polyed. So you guys can see it's all back taped. And then you just lay the poly over everything, cut around it, and then you go around the edges with a layer of masking tape just to make sure that it's all stuck down. So added a couple booth lights so I can see, so you guys can see how I got it. The fender all masked, so there's going to be no tape lines. You guys can kind of see how I have the bottom, back tape the bottom of the fender. I back tape the bottoms of the doors. Between the doors, I have masking paper on this jamb on the door, but then they're back taped. So I back tape this door. When you guys are masking your cars too, start with the rear door and then work your way to the front when you're masking these jambs, because you'll have this door open. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. I have it masked behind the lip of the quarter, so there's going to be no tape line. And then everything else is all back taped. But anyways, you tape that jamb, and then I back tape the bottom of the door, and then you can shut the door for good. And then back tape that, back tape the bottom, back tape the back edge of the fender, and then I also did the door. There's some bare metal spots on the roof, so it's gonna get, there's so many of them and so much, I'm just gonna epoxy the roof. Just because doing that rattle can everywhere is just a joke. So, or just, there's so much of it. Rather than touch spotting it with etch primer, then I'll just mix up some sealer or some epoxy and we'll just epoxy the whole roof. So, yeah, here you guys can see how I did the trunk. So, back taped around the edges. I purposely left this open so I can paint these arms. And to prevent overspray from going up into the car, you can kind of see there's this brown thing in here. I have a piece of cardboard laid and taped to the package tray so that whatever goes in there won't go into the car. And then, so I back taped around all the edges. And then, oh, most important thing, before you start back taping, get like a wet rag or just a clean rag and wipe all the dust, anything that's going to be, that the tape is going to stick to. Make it all nice and clean so that the tape will actually stick. But anyway, so I did that, and then I ran a couple pieces of tape going this way and one going that way. That just makes it so that this doesn't flop around as much when I'm painting. And I'll see if it still flops around a little too much, then I can add another couple pieces. But I have it sticky side up, so once I laid the poly down, it just kind of helped lay it down. And then I got, this is all back taped around here. And yeah, so tomorrow is the day this thing will be getting painted. I went and picked up some extra material because this thing eats up a lot of paint. It's going to be a pint for, I figure a pint for the quarter and the door, a pint for the fender and the door. So that's a quart of base coat, which would be a half a gallon sprayable. So, I mean, that's a lot of material, but it's a lot of surface area. So it's going to figure a quart, and then I actually have 3 quarts. I have just an extra quart for the roof and then some of the trinket stuff. Like I still got to do the fender skirts. I got to do the cowl up front. I got some other little odds and end pieces. So, and then these brackets that are in here, once I get the car painted, then I'm just going to unmask the trunk, and then I'll take my little touch-up gun and I'll just kind of touch those up so I don't have to like remask everything. I mean, I'll probably mask off that piece right there, but it won't be a big deal. Blew out the booth. I know it looks messy, but it's actually pretty clean. But you know, I could come in here with a mop and a bucket and scrub it down, but I'm not too concerned about it. The hood turned out pretty good. The trunk lid turned out pretty good. So as long as you blow all the dust off, after like the first couple coats of sealer, that'll kind of stick. Once, especially a project this big, there's going to be so much overspray in here that it's just going to stick to everything and it'll kind of lock in the dust. So, and then, yeah, so added a couple more lights. I added 2 more lights up here, which made way big of a difference. I could not believe how big of a difference that made. Like just adding one, this corner was always kind of the dungeon because it just didn't have any lights. But I got these lights at Menards. They come as a 2-pack. They're on sale for $13. They're 4,500 lumens. So I bought 3 packs of them. So I'm gonna have like that one there, and I want to put 2 on that wall, and possibly 2 on this wall going across the bottom. Same thing on the other side. They'd go across the bottom of the wall just to shine some more light up underneath the car. So, but yeah, it's all seam sealed. I'm not really happy with the way the seam sealer came out on these drip rails, but I really like using self-leveling, like a nice 2-part self-leveling seam sealer for that, but we used the stuff that was provided, so we did it. Seam sealed in here, all up in there, and then naturally we got all of that. We did around the wheel a little bit, and I think that was it. So just a few spots. Same thing on the other side. But so that's that. Tomorrow will be the day that it gets painted. So I'll try to get a video of everything, and I'll try to get it uploaded tomorrow. But we'll see. What day is today? Today's what, the 25th? I don't know. It's Saturday. That's all I know. It's Memorial Weekend. Everybody gets to go up to their cabins except I get to stay out here and paint a car. So no fun for me this weekend. But at least it's getting closer. My buddy's itching to get his Nova over here, so I got to get this one done. As soon as it's painted, that means next week I'll put the trunk lid on it and then trailer it to my father-in-law's house. And then probably that day or the next day, my buddy's Nova will be coming here. Maybe I'll just pick his Nova up on my way home since I'll have an empty car trailer. But we'll see. So, till next time, take care.